Hello, welcome back to Justin Talks Villa live phone-in show. I hope you are all very well this evening, and unfortunately, it's not a win again. It's not a win at the weekend, but we're not going to let that disappoint us, are we? We are not going to let that ruin this evening's entertainment. And what a show it's going to be. We are asking for your Everton thoughts. Try and find a positive. I think it was a bit better. We still haven't scored. We still haven't won. But let's try and find a positive. Brentford tomorrow night, League Cup. I had to go earlier at predicting my Villa 11 to play tomorrow, and I struggled like hell because I have no idea what he's going to do tomorrow. Left winger, dream team is taking shape. We have got Martinez, Gidman, Staunton, McGrath, Melberg. Morley was our right winger. We are looking for our left winger tonight. Well, I haven't seen Ange in the comments yet. Ange, if you are with us, let me know. Percentage satisfaction survey. Right. It was quite high last week, considering the results we've had. But we're going to ask again. Has another non-win affected our satisfaction where we're at? Then we have the quiz. I've got a nice little prize tonight. Hopefully you'll enjoy the little prize tonight. And then any other business you've got. So hopefully it'll be a good show. Last week, I totally forgot to put the number on screen, which was an absolute no-no. So now I am going to do that. Oh, we've got a caller. I'll just put him on hold a sec. Hello. Yeah, can you just hold on 2 seconds? I'm just going to put you on hold, then we're going to start the show.
Okay.
2 seconds.
All right.
That was a good start. Right, number is on the bottom of the screen. We are ready to go. Let's go. Right, let's see who this is.
Hello.
Hello, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, who's this?
Joe.
Joe.
I think you might know me. Maybe.
I do, Joe. Do you come and see us in Sutton?
Yeah.
Joe.
I spoke to Nick.
How are you?
Spoke to Nick today. I'm all right. How are you?
Thanks for phoning in, Joe. You've been in Spain, haven't you? Spain, Tenerife, Lanzarote.
Yeah, I only got back last night, mate. I just back for family reasons, you know.
Lovely. Have a nice time.
I'm hoping. Yeah, lovely. Thank you. I'm hoping to take in Fulham and Bologna games.
Yes, looking forward
to
that.
Now.
You are live. Live on air.
Oh, my God. Up the Villa.
Up the Villa, Joe. Joe's happy to be on. We like Joe. Joe, I haven't said what the prize is. I don't know if you can see the screen. Can you?
I haven't got a screen.
Okay.
I'm an old dinosaur. Don't forget, I'm the oldest Villa fan this side of the Monongahela River.
We've got some old fans that phone up, Joe. So don't worry about that. You're in good company. I'm old as well.
Oh, that's
right.
Great.
The prize.
I've been trying to get on for weeks.
Sorry, mate. I'll just give you this prize. I'll just show everyone the prize. It is an Aston Villa unworn BBC Radio WM official beanie hat. How's that for a prize? So you got to try. We'll get on to the quiz in a minute, so you can have a go at the quiz, Joe. Right, we've got first talking point: Everton. Everton away. Right. How are you feeling about the game, Joe?
Okay, well, I've given it a lot of thought. To be honest, obviously I watched it over there. So I know you were at the game, weren't you? I believe Nick said you were at the game.
I was. Yeah.
Okay. Well, first of all, my thoughts are it's a good away point, no matter which way you cut it. To go there with them on a little bit of a crest of a wave with the Jack King and the new stadium and the fact that we hadn't scored a goal and we're, throwing in a few abject performances, players not hitting form. We seem to have quite a few of our big hitters that are not firing at the moment. And also, obviously, we got the walking wounded in central midfield. So I'm taking the positives from it because I know we're going to improve. I think the squad, once it all settles down and all the rest of it, we're going to be stretched, obviously, with commitments in outside cups, the European situation, Carabao Cup, which is tomorrow, isn't it, against Brentford?
Yeah.
But I actually thought at times we're a lot better than we've given credit for in the media. If that makes any sense.
I think it was a bit better. I think it was a bit better on Saturday, Joe. Just 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Don't forget, if you're calling on WhatsApp, I can't
Yeah.
stop you calling. So that's not for you, Joe. That's for the people listening. So if you just hold on a sec on WhatsApp, and I'll let you know when the line is free, because I keep having to mute you, and I don't want to keep doing that. Right. Sorry, Joe. Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
I thought it was marginally better on Saturday. I'm not going to sit here and say it was fantastic because it wasn't.
No, it's marginally about right.
I think second half when he made the change with Tielemans seems to be hopefully not too bad, but obviously must have been a knock. But when Ghassan came on, I think we were a bit better attacking wise, and we looked a little bit front-footed. Yeah.
100%. And the thing is, he's another young lad, come from a foreign country, finding his feet, doesn't know the culture. A lot of that gets forgotten, doesn't it? And they don't all hit the ground running, do they?
No, we probably remember back in the old days, Joe, when you signed a player from abroad, and they used to say you need 12 months to get used to playing in England. And nowadays, you expect him to come in and just hit the ground running and crack on.
Oh, no, but it's not feasible to expect that. I mean, the one that stands out that did hit the ground running, and I was there and I thought, hang on, we got a player there, was Benteke, wasn't it?
Yes.
Immediately, he did. But no, I was encouraged a little bit. I mean, a lot of the fans, I'm an old age pensioner, I'm a codger, you know what I mean? But I go back to Villa for I lived round the corner from the ground, all my life's been connected with the club, blah, blah, blah. And I absolutely love the Villa, like we all do. We all should be singing from the same hymn sheet, but we don't and we're not. That's unfortunate, but that's the same in every club in the country.
Yeah.
People get frustrated and they react differently and blah, blah, blah. But I think we're going to be all right. Because when it all beds down and Unai, I mean, let's be honest, Unai's doing this certainly prior to the January window that's just finished. He's doing this with basically either Steven Gerrard or Dean Smith's squad, isn't he?
He hasn't signed all of his players, has he?
No, he hasn't. And the man's a miracle worker. And I'm seeing people saying, fall for his head. And to me, I don't want to cast aspersions on people's opinions because everybody pays the money and all the rest of it. I just wish we got on a little bit better and there wasn't so much vitriol but that's an old man problem.
Right, we lost Joe. We've lost Joe. Joe was flying as well. Right, whoever's calling on WhatsApp, can you just hold on a second till right, who's this now? Hello? Hello? Who's this? Right, 2 seconds, Joe, because I haven't had this problem for a couple of weeks. Now we're having a bit of problem. Right, we'll try and get Joe back.
I tell you on a Monday.
Sorry, mate. We'll try and get Joe back. Right, let me just see if I can. I have. Right, I'll. I didn't know he was calling in, Joe. He's a friend of mine. He's a great guy. Right. Okay. Sorry, Joe. 2 Joes.
That's all right.
2 Joes in one night. How's that? How are you, Joe?
That's not too bad yourself.
Good. I'm all right, mate. Thank you. Yeah. I need to sort out this issue on the phone calls because I'm getting them. I thought I'd sorted out the call waiting.
Don't worry about
it. We'll sort it.
Don't worry about it.
Okay, right.
Yeah.
We'll have a quick chat and then hopefully right. That's Joe now. So I'll get him on hold and then we can talk to him after. Joe?
Yeah.
Right. Hold on a sec because I'm going to put you on hold and then we'll come back to you.
Thank you.
Right, this might work a bit better because now I've got the original Joe on hold. Joe from Brazil is now live on air. Joe, right. Joe has phoned back, the other
Okay,
Joe.
okay.
This is getting very complicated. It's very early to be this complicated. So Joe has phoned back. He's on hold. Joe from Brazil is now live. Joe from Brazil. Everton
Okay.
thoughts. How are you thinking?
Well, next time I'll say Fred. I'll make it easy for you. Okay.
We just need everyone phoning. It's just the Joe show tonight. That's what it is.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about the Everton game, Joe? Did you see any improvements whatsoever?
Yeah. Body language. Everyone was there for the shirt and the fans. Surprised at both the performance and the inclusion of Buendia.
Yes, I think we all was.
He didn't pull up any trees, but he gives everything he's got, doesn't he?
He's hungry, isn't he, Joe? He can tell he wants to succeed.
Yeah.
He wants to do something this season.
So he must have impressed in training to be in the first 11.
Yeah, his mentality must be bang on.
As the old saying goes, if you can't win, don't lose.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd always take a draw away from home in the Premier League. It's there's no easy places to go, especially coming off the back of what we've had in the first 3 games. Obviously, going to a new
I've said
stadium.
in your comments in your other videos, I think we will turn the corner. This side is capable of winning 5, 6, 7 on the bounce.
It is, yeah. We need that goal, Joe, don't we? We need that spark. We need that just one performance.
It'll be a scruffy one off the post or hit someone from 2 yards out on the head. But once that goes in, we'll be all right. Yeah,
the player I felt really sorry for Saturday was Rodgers, because he had about 6 or 7 opportunities and he tried so hard to slide the ball through to Ollie Watkins numerous times, and every time the ball just wasn't right. It wasn't perfect.
What you've seen for England, and you think is that the same bloke?
It's frustrating, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right, left winger. Right, just before I carry on, Rob is going to be our PA for tonight. So left wingers, get your votes in now in the chat. And vote for your left wingers.
Not a left winger, but left peg and left-sided. It's got to be in the side. Is Gareth Barry.
Gareth Barry, lovely. We'll start. That's great. We'll start with. He doesn't have to be.
He's not a winger, but he has to be in.
We've got to fill 4 midfielders basically. We had Tony Morley last week. Who played off the left.
What are you playing? 4-4-2.
4-4-2. We're going to play. So I'll take Gareth Barry all day long. He can play left hand side. Other players I thought about was Young, Grealish, Thompson, Froggatt, Adoma, Eric Houghton, Ray Graydon, Mark Walters, Mark Albrighton, Elmar El Ghazi, anybody you like. So, Rob, we've got 1 vote for Barry. Lovely. Right. Percentage of satisfaction, where are you at?
Same as I've said every time since you had the show, 95.
Okay, Joe. You're still steadfast in that, are you?
Absolutely.
I like that, though. I like that.
There's no quick fixes, but there's no quick fix. But we're going to be fine.
Okay, mate. That's smashing. Right, I've got the other Joe on hold, so I want to make sure I get back to him. But do you want to have a go at the quiz, Joe?
Before I do, quickly off topic.
Go on.
In the comments last week, there's a lad. His name began with A, and he said how he lost his mum in June. And I hope he's listening, so I'm thinking of him all week.
That's very kind, Joe.
I hope he's got some help or had someone to talk to.
Yeah, I did see that as well, Joe, and that's a lovely thing to say. Yeah. So please.
I hope he's all right and he's getting through life okay.
Yeah, lovely. I echo them thoughts, mate. Echo them thoughts. Lovely sentiment there, Joe. Smashing.
I won't take any more time out of the quick shot at the
quick
quiz.
Go at the quiz, right. For this lovely beanie hat. You obviously, the first clue is the hardest. You know that, Joe. You know the rules by now. I was appointed Villa captain during my spell at the club.
Oh, God.
I tried to make it hard this week, Joe.
You bloody hell.
Sorry, mate.
Dennis Mortimer.
It's not Dennis Mortimer. Lovely to talk to you again, mate.
Okay, mate. All right, I'll give someone else a shot.
All right, buddy.
All the best.
Bye.
Bye.
Right, Joe. I'm back. I am so sorry. I don't know what happened, mate. Can you hear me, Joe? Number 1.
I can hear you clearly.
Right. Sorry about that. We had a mix-up on the phone lines then. Right. Everton, we've been through. Right, this is a good one for you. Am I right in saying, Joe, that you used to coach down the Villa for the first team?
I did, yeah. I was rambling on telling you about that, and I think I lost the line, but I did, yeah. I was there in 93. I did 2 full pre-seasons when Ron Atkinson was there. My friend Roger Spry was the conditioning guy, and he brought me down there. I learned an awful lot about plyometrics and all sorts of training angles, and it was fantastic. It was only menial. I got all my kit free, got my food free, and obviously I was getting. I got changed in the same room as Dave Sexton, Jim Barron, who was assistant to Ron, Roger Spry, Richard Money, who ended up. He was at Liverpool originally, played a bit for Fulham, I think, and he sort of climbed the ladder in the coaching. And, it was great. I mean, it's fantastic. They used me as a guinea pig to get Frank McAvenny fit,
Did they?
I don't know if you remember. Yeah,
I remember Frank McAvenny,
Well, I did the pre-season, I'm not bragging, I'm not like that.
No.
But I was so fit then, and I was in the middle of the pack going up the hills in Sutton Park pre-season. Only the goalkeepers, and Paul McGrath didn't really get involved in all that. And obviously, they'd say to me, because you know how big Bodymore is, we'd get across to the bottom corner and Roger would warm them up and I'd run with the team, and do a bit of stretching and that. And then Ron would come out and with Brian Whitehouse and that. Jim Walker was the physio there. Funny story. I've got so many stories just.
I'll tell you what we'll do, Joe. I'll tell you what we'll do. We're going to I'll come and do an interview with you. How does that sound?
That'd be lovely.
Yeah?
I'll be over the moon with that, mate.
Right, we'll sort that out, Joe.
We'll have some fun.
Right.
Okay.
We'll get through these other subjects. Brentford 11. What would you go with tomorrow? Would you balance young kids or would you just play what you would essentially now call the reserve side, if you like? So like players that are in the first team but haven't had many minutes.
Right. Well, yeah, essentially, I think you go strong maybe for a confidence thing because we need a goal for a start, but we need a win. I think he'll give players minutes. Don't forget the shadow players, the likes of Matson and people like that.
Yeah.
They're needing minutes, so I think they'll play. I think we put a strongish team out.
Yeah.
We're struggling in the centre of midfield with the walking wounded, so that'll be. But again, it's not going to hurt to put minutes into Buendia, Bogard, and people like that. So. Yeah, that's my opinion. I think he might give Morgan Rogers a rest. He's coming in for a lot of flack, and the kid needs a rest anyway, in my opinion.
Would you like to see him possibly play Gassan up top? Because we haven't
100%.
We haven't got that many options up top, have we? Ollie's sort of
100%.
Yeah.
Give the kid the 90 minutes because at the end of the day, nobody's going to scream too loudly if we go out the Carabao. No. Although we would like to win. And it is an opportunity to win a cup this season. After the heady days of last season, we're perhaps not looking at as great a season, obviously. But certainly, I mean, we paid a lot of money for him, and I bet he'll be chomping at the bit to start, wouldn't he?
Yeah, I think it's a good shout. Right, you having a go at this quiz, Joe?
Quiz, 100%. Yeah.
Right.
Anything? Yeah.
Did you hear the first clue?
No.
Right. The clues get gradually easier. So the first caller gets the hardest clue. That's gone now. Joe from Brazil had that. That was his clue was I was appointed Villa captain during my spell at the club. So you get the second clue, which is probably not that much easier, but I had a brief spell as caretaker manager also at the Villa.
The Villa?
Any ideas?
Peter With?
Not Peter With, but it was a good guess, Joe.
Okay,
smashing.
Okay. So what about, did you say something about wingers? Because I would like to
who would you... So we do basically a dream team. So we're trying to make our Villa, Justin Talks Villa dream team. We started with the midfielders last week. We got Tony Morley as one winger. So we need another winger. Yeah. So give me your favourite Villa winger. You could have seen him play or you could have coached him, Joe. Yeah. There you go. You could have coached him. You could have been one of the players you coached.
Well, I ran a team with Gary Shaw,
Oh, here we go. More stories from Joe. Right, we're definitely going to get that interview going, Joe.
That's another. Right, wingers. Wingers, Justin. Well, Tony Moore is the best winger Villa have ever had, in my opinion.
Yep, he was voted in last week,
winner.
so we got him.
Okay, so
He's
another
in.
winger.
Yeah.
I would go, right, Mark Walters,
Nice.
who was a joy to watch. But if I go back to 1967, Willie Anderson was one of my favourite players. Now, he was understudy to George Best at Man United, and he's a Liverpool lad, and his dream was to play for Liverpool. Man United signed him, but he couldn't get in because of George Best. We signed him for about 20 grand. Tommy Cummings, who was only on $5,000 a year as a manager. Can you believe that?
Wow.
$5,000 a year.
That's
Anyway,
mad.
Tommy Cummings signed him, and Willie Anderson was a serious player. He just took the penalties and all the rest of it. But if you're asking me for a winger to play opposite Tony Morley, although he was a left winger himself as well, he could play on the right. I would go Mark Walters. Fantastic player.
We'll take
Played in the
Mark
same
Walters, yeah.
district team as played in the same district team as my brother. So there you
Okay,
go.
so we'll, Robert, if you're listening, you should be listening. It's your job. Please put Joe down for Mark Walters. Okay.
Yes, please.
We've got a thumbs up, Joe. Right, Joe. Thanks ever so much for phoning in, mate. I appreciate it. Will you phone in again?
Yes, yeah, 100%, and all the very best. And come on, you Lions, and let's start getting on better together, all you Villa fans. Come
Well
on, we
said.
rally round the cause. Thank you, Josh.
Thanks for phoning in, Joe. And I'll get
Yeah,
in touch
good night,
with you,
mate.
and we'll
Thank
sort out a chat with you.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
All
indeed.
right. Have a lovely evening, mate.
Same to you. Good night.
Ta-ra, Joe.
All the best, Villa fans.
Up the
Bye.
Villa. Well, that was a nice call, wasn't it, from Joe? Right, sorry, if you... Oh, there you go. Straight in with the next caller. That's what I like to see. Somebody that's taking notice of when the phone's free.
Hello.
Connor!
Hello.
How did I know it was you? Because I saved your number.
Oh, no, it's my birthday as well today, Justin.
Is it?
It is.
Happy
Yeah.
birthday,
Birthday
to
to
you.
you.
Happy
There we go.
birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Connor. Happy birthday to you. Hip, hip.
Oh, you make me blush.
Hold on a minute. There's something here we might... Hip, hip.
Hooray. There we go.
Hold on.
Oh, the soundboard at it again.
No,
There
that's
we
the
go.
wrong one. No, we don't need that one. Oh, I don't know. Sod it. We'll just put them all on. Happy birthday, mate. I won't ask how old you are. Right.
Too old.
Everton, did you see the game? What do you think?
Firstly, I just want to raise the point of clapping Martinez and Grealish at the end. I mean, I knew this would happen. I think Martinez I can somewhat understand. Like he wasn't twerking his backside off for a move to United only 2 weeks ago, and I knew this would happen. You know, he was sitting there. I believe Jacob Tanswell to high heaven. I mean, I think he's gospel. I think Fabrizio had a stinker this summer,
Yeah.
and if what he said is true, he was waiting around at Bodymore Heath on deadline day for a move, only to have his tail between his legs and go to Birmingham Airport, head to Argentina. Then why are we clapping him? I'm not saying give him a negative reaction,
No.
but why are we clapping that? Because it's only encouraging that behaviour. It's almost like, oh, okay, I can do it again in January, not get my move. And, you know, even when the Saudis don't come into you, and your best option is Fenerbahce, for God's sake. You know, it just kind of allows this behaviour to, you know, carry on as a pattern for other players. I mean, Grealish as well. I mean, have people forgotten in December last year he was holding up the three amount of trophies he's won? It's childish. It's absolutely childish. I mean, again, he should have been completely ignored. But the whole Martinez clapping thing, can't understand it. I just can't. I can't
Right.
understand it.
I'll give you my counter argument, Connor, because I disagree with you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go on.
The reason I disagree with you, and this is only for what I believe was what happened about the Emi Martinez situation, is that he signed a massive contract last year and the club pretty much, and now this, don't take this as gospel, but this is from very good source, said to him, if we don't get Champions League football next season, your contract, based on our financial problems, is pretty much unsustainable going forward. Okay? And I was told
Yeah.
that he was hinted to change his agent and find a potential new club to play for because we'd be struggling to pay his wages. That's what I was told, right? So I believe that is why the issue with Man United played out the way it did, because he was trying to get his agent to find out who potentially would take him on. And United would never, whilst they showed interest because they wanted a keeper, they wasn't the ones that were pushing to sign him. Do you know what I mean? They weren't coming full force for him by saying, we want Emi Martinez. They didn't unsettle him. That's what I think I'm trying to say. He was told
kind of think...
to try and find a club that would take him on. Now, his wife's settled, his kids are settled, everybody's settled in England. Manchester's only an hour away. If that is true, then I have got no problem whatsoever with him coming back and playing for Villa again. I clapped him on Saturday. I'm glad he's back. He was absolutely outstanding. He made a point, I don't know whether you saw my video, of waiting for all the other players to come over, and then he came over to make his point. We can totally disagree, Connor. I respect your point of view absolutely wholeheartedly. That's what this is for. We can have a debate. We can disagree. That's what I firmly believe. I don't believe, and I also believe, I think Jacob Tanswell also said this, that it was Unai Emery's decision to leave him out of that game on that Sunday. I believed it was Emi's first, and I was annoyed because the first video I did after that game, I was annoyed. I said, if that's the case, if he's walked away and doesn't want to play, he's really pissed me off. But when I realised afterwards,
that's understandable.
The case was that Unai said, look, I don't think your head's right. There's a lot of variables that could play out tomorrow, so let's just leave you out tonight. So I think it was 6 of one, half a dozen the other. I think he was told to go and find another club potentially. I think United said they could be interested, but I think when push came to shove on the last day, I think it was too much for them where they are for a 30 whatever.
You'd kind of think. I mean, kind of going back to the point of the whole contract, and again, this is like you said, it's good for healthy debate. You'd think just kind of settle that issue of, you know, it was a 1 year, right, let's make sure you stay for our Champions League year. Let's see what happens at the end if we do get Europa League, whatever is going to happen. You'd think there'd be a somewhat healthy exit clause, which would be beneficial for the club, whether it be 35 million. I don't think we'll get anything north of that now. And I think that's probably the figure that was going to be thrown around on deadline day, that an exit clause would be agreed, etc.
But that only works if you've got a club that prepared to take him on, and United obviously wasn't. Otherwise, I think they would have done the deal. That's only my understanding of it, to be honest. And on your other point, the Jack Grealish thing, if I'm brutally honest, it killed me when Jack left. Absolutely killed me. I would say still the second best player I've ever seen at Villa. Unbelievable player when he was at Villa, and it destroyed me when he walked away. I was hurting terribly. A lot of Villa fans were, but with time passing on and with hindsight and looking at everything that happened, I can only thank him for what he did for us as a player. And if you look at that £100 million, he didn't have to sign that contract, which allowed us to cash in 100 million on him. Without that 100 million. You look at the hole we're in now, financially, you imagine you take away that 100 million. We would be nowhere near where we are now without that 100 million. So I am sort of, I won't clap him while he's still playing for someone else, but I certainly won't boo him. That's where I'm at. And some of the stuff I heard on Saturday, mate, was disgusting. And I tell you now, some of the stuff I heard to our own players was disgusting. To Morgan Rogers, some of the things that were shouted from a guy behind me was disgusting. So I think we need to be nicer. I think
the best thing, in my opinion, with Grealish at the moment, I think the best thing to do is to kind of ignore him. I mean,
absolutely.
I didn't really have too much of an issue with him when he left, but that whole just absolute circus from Man City at home last year really kind of left a bit of a sour taste in my mouth with him, if I'm going to be completely honest.
Yeah,
I think going back to the game, I mean,
I think just on the Grealish one before we move on to the game, one of my really good friends made a very good point to me, and I was on Sky. I don't know whether you saw it with what's his name now. can't think. I was asked to go on and talk about the Grealish thing before, and we were supposed to talk about 5 different subjects. I had the list of questions that were coming to me, and we only got onto the Jack question, and I made my point because they said, I can't believe that he gets booed. And I tried to stick up for Villa fans that wanted, I wouldn't boo him. I said that. I said, but I can understand if somebody, when you can't tell somebody they can't boo. But my friend said that the clip they showed was him coming off at Villa Park when he was being booed. But I totally forgot he'd done that 3, whatever it was. So I think it's pantomime. It's both ways. He got booed. He gave it back. If you're going to give it out, you got to take it, haven't you? If you're going to hammer him and he gives it you back, you can't turn around and go, "Oh, look at him! He's sticking he's won the treble out." You can't have it, but you can't not have it both ways. If you're going to give him shit, you're going to expect him to give you some shit back. He's a Villa fan, but he ain't going to stand there and just take it, is he? That's my opinion. Anyway, right, the game, Connor. Did you think it was any improvement whatsoever? Bothroyd, that was it. Sorry.
I'll be completely honest. It was a bit of a snooze fest. However, I think if you can play that bad and not concede and kind of look somewhat all right defensively, I think that's a positive to take away. And again, the only other positive I'd say is that we've stopped the rot. Going forward, I really don't have a clue what's going on with Morgan Rogers. I think what annoys me with that is if you can be up for it 3-4 days before for England, but don't really look up for it for the Villa. That's kind of where I think, right, what kind of is going on here? I mean, I'm not Buendia's biggest fan, but he looked quite lively.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be worrying about Tielemans with that injury. And I was just having a conversation with my mate Tom Carlin, and I did say that I think it's time to bed Maatsen in now. I think I'd rather probably play 2-3 games, maybe have a change, because I don't really think that we played particularly badly.
No.
Whenever he has played. I think the last time I called in, I said he'd be in my team for Newcastle. I'm not saying Digne played bad at all, but I think maybe a change on that left side. Maybe it has become a little bit too predictable, some of the team lineups. Matty Cash with another probably extremely hot to extremely cold performance. I think he did what he could with Grealish, but there's still so many times where he just kind of lacks the most basic things, but he does the hard things well. I think that's probably the best way to put it. I mean, extremely frustrating. I don't think any blame can be put on Ollie from Saturday. I really don't think, he really had anything to do to, so I don't think anything can be put on him. But I think defensively we look quite well.
I think you make some very good points, Connor, and I think the left-back situation really intrigues me now because we've got 2 genuine first-choice left-backs there. And I'm now wondering whether that's a good idea because it's almost like we don't know which one to play. And now we've signed Luca Digne. Everyone's sort of expected Luca Digne to be moved on and Maatsen would then be given the role as first-team left-back. But because Luca Digne's staying, now we've got this issue with who plays. But one other thing I have sort of wondered about over the last few days is whether we will ever see a change of formation under Unai, and he does like to drop the defensive midfielder in as back 3 and then push the 2 fullbacks on. I wonder whether at some point he may want to actually make that a proper 3-5-2. Matty Cash, I agree with you. I think I don't think he's been terrible this season. I don't think he deserves the stick he gets. He was outstanding on his international duty, and if he could only replicate that form for Villa, then I don't think no one would mind at all that he played week in, week out. I thought Konsa was the best player on the pitch by a country mile. I just can't believe how good he is. The amount of times the ball was coming out of the air and he just controlled it down, calm as you like. And I agree with you. The player I feel most sorry for this season is Ollie Watkins. He's just had no service. He runs the lines. He made 4 or 5 brilliant runs. I alluded to this earlier. And Rodgers just kept feeding it into the central defender. It's just such a shame. But I do think it will change. Something's got to give soon. Do you think?
I think once we get that goal or that win, I think we'll be absolutely fine. I mean, them down in Beano and revelling in the chance of possibly playing us next year. I mean, they won't get promoted, so I don't see how they're going to be playing us next year. I think it's going to be a mid-table season, but I think if we can get away with 9th or 10th this year and a very deep run in the Europa League after the absolute. We got taken to Pound Town in the summer, didn't we? Really, and I think if we can get away with a lower top half finish. Is it really that bad?
No, That's
Is
where,
it really
that's where
that
I'm
bad?
at.
And you
Colin,
can kind of, you know,
you're preaching to the choir here, mate. I have made my peace now with this. Is I keep calling it transitional. It's not transitional. It's something else. It's somebody will tell me in the comment section. It's a season of stability. We need to stay. That's it. That's the word. I'm writing it down now. Kind of stabilization. Right.
There we go.
I'm going to write that down because I'll forget that. Stabilization season. That's what it is. We can't push on. I know for a fact the club are absolutely pissed off with UEFA that these that's the financial rules that are killing us. The UEFA, they can cope with the Premier League stuff, but the UEFA stuff is killing us. So not qualifying for Europe unless it's the Champions League next season is a must. I know that sounds so counterproductive to say now, but we do. I would happily take 8th, 9th, 6th, 7th, 8th, or 9th now. And if we can win the Europa League and that gets us into the Champions League like Spurs did, that would be a brilliant season. So that's where I'm at.
You've kind of already seen Spurs' window, haven't you? It's almost like they've just took off. And if a team can play that, excuse my language, shit for the year, and get the players that they've got in, then you kind of think, you know, it's something kind of got to give. But it's just frustrating. I mean, going on to tomorrow, I mean, if we get it's another transfer trophy gone, but if we get knocked out, is it really that bad? I think the club are all in on the Europa League this year, and I think we'll play Bologna. Because someone made a cracking point on X, formerly known as Twitter, and he said something along the lines of what was it? He said in the Premier League it might seem like we've been slightly found out a little bit, but it seems in teams in Europe don't really know how to deal with our play style, and we saw it in the Champions League last year, kind of, you know, with the PSG at home, the Bayern, and some of the games where a few teams were slightly, kind of surprised by us in a way. Yeah. So maybe I think that is true. You know, maybe in Europe they haven't quite figured Unai Emery out, and it is his competition. And kind of just quickly touching on the PSR thing, there was a really great account on TikTok. His name's Adam. He's like a chief
Adam marketing guy. Yeah, I know Adam.
That's it. And
great
I think
guy.
And I think he might. And you know what? I do really enjoy listening to his videos. And I think he did a video on the is it the amortization? I think of the
amortization.
And we've got something like that's it. We've got to lose something like 90 million this year. And he said it's just not going to happen. So yeah. So what you said about the PSR and the Premier League, it seems like we've kind of sorted that for like the next year, maybe the season after.
The issue is, and I'm getting Kieran Maguire on again soon. I was talking to him last week, and he's going to come on and try and give us where we are and where we're going to be over the next year or two. But the issue is, the big one is the 3-year losses for the Premier League is 105 million. But we're now, if we get Europe next season, we are tied into only a £50 million loss allowed per season. And no, over the 3 years for UEFA. So that's half. So we've got to make, essentially now, every summer, break even. Marginally, we could marginally spend above for 3 years.
I mean, at the end of the day,
it's ridiculous.
It's to keep the top at the top, really, at the end of the day. I mean, in the States, for an even playing field. Again, excuse my language, is it fuck?
Hold on a minute.
You know, it's...
Hold on, I've got something here. No, that's the wrong one. I found this the other day. I didn't even realise I got it. No, that's not that one. Oh, that's annoying, isn't it?
Third time look at it.
Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Do you know what I mean? I've got all these bloody buttons, and I don't know which one's which. No, I'm going to find it. You hold on. Right, no. This is great radio. This is great radio. It's not that one. No, where has it gone? No.
Bullshit.
No, I forget. I'll give up. I've got a thing where you can swear, I think.
Oh, the bleep.
The bleep. They've got it.
There we go.
Hold on a sec. I don't know why that one's still going off. Turn that one off. Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1. You can swear. 3, 2, 1.
Shit.
There you go.
Yeah, there we go.
Right, okay. We better move on, mate. So, left winger. Who's your left winger for Robert? Because he's shouting at me saying I haven't got my left winger going.
Again, I'm from a very different time period. I mean, you couldn't not look past Ashley Young, could you?
Right, I'll take Ashley. I did put him down, to be fair, yeah.
Again, for all he did leaving the club but coming back, I think he's really gone to save himself. But he was an absolute joy to watch when I was growing up. I mean, had the whole of the England midfield at one point, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Milner,
gotta be Ashley
Downing, Young. Yeah. Okay, lovely.
Yeah.
Do you want to have a go at the quiz?
Go on. I did miss the last clue.
Right, I'll go over them. I'm just going to put this next caller on hold. I'll come back to you in 1 second. Hello, caller. Hello.
Oh,
Hello. Can you just hold on a sec? I'll put you on hold and I'll get you on in 2 seconds.
oh mate, no dramas.
Smashing. Right, Connor, are you back?
I'm back.
Right. Okay. The first two clues were, the first one was I was appointed Villa captain during my spell at the club. Okay. The second clue.
Sure.
So Joe had the first clue, then Joe had the second clue. I had a brief spell as caretaker manager of Villa. And then the third clue, which is yours, I was born in the early 60s.
I think you need to get the beep right because I'm royally effed here. In the early. Am I allowed to ask? Oh, there we go. It's better late than never. No, I think that's a bit out of my my time frame. I think.
Okay, mate. That's no problem at all. Don't worry. Thanks for calling in, mate. I appreciate it. And do you know what? Do you know what's nice, Connor? Is we had a difference of opinion, but neither of us shout at each other like they do on Twitter. Isn't that lovely?
Right. And I think some of the people on Twitter that I see just day in day, it's absolutely disgusting.
There's some lovely people on Twitter.
Things on there.
Smashing
it's
back
another down Elon's app, isn't it? But
yeah.
Opinions are like arseholes, aren't they, Justin? Everyone's got one.
That's it, mate. Thanks a lot. Speak to you
There we
soon,
go.
Connor. All the best, mate.
Have a good one, Justin.
Ta-ra, bud.
See you in a bit. Bye.
Hello. Sorry about that. Hello.
Oh,
Hello. Who's this?
Yeah. It's Wayne from Ashford. Okay.
Martin. Wayne. Sorry, Wayne. Well, I'm just going to put this next caller on hold because I'm finding out this is the best way of doing it now. So just bear with me a sec. Hello. No, he's gone. Right. Okay. Martin. Yes, can you hear me? Is he there? Is he there? Is he there? Hello, Martin. No, he's gone. Hello, is that Steve? Right, 2 seconds. I'm just going to put you. Right, is Martin?
It's Wayne.
Martin, yes.
No, Wayne.
Wayne. This is going really well.
It just went down on me. I was like, what's
going
going
really
on?
well.
It's
Right,
like,
Wayne.
Oh, mate.
Right. 2
Right.
seconds. I'm just going to tell Steve to hold on a second, then I'll be back to Steve after I've talked to you. Steve, can you hear me? Right, just 2 seconds. You're on hold. You're next on. Lovely. Wayne, are you back?
You're back.
See,
Right,
I'm
back in
getting
the room.
better at this. I'm getting better at this.
You're getting better.
I can't get
It
it much
takes time,
worse,
mate.
mate.
It
This
takes
is
time.
absolute pissing
In all
nightmare.
fairness.
This is.
It's fine. It's one of them, innit? It's
Breathe
what
now.
happens.
Right, I'm having a drink, Wayne. Right, tell me what you
Have a
think
little
about the
relax.
Everton game. I'm having a drink.
I think the good thing to get out of it was a point. We got a point out of it, which is not too bad. And Martin has made some good saves, in all fairness, to get us that point. The only thing what really does great with me is the fact we lack attacking. We've got no confidence. Nobody's got any confidence. Have a pop from anywhere. I don't care if you're 30 yard out, 40 yard out. Have a pop. The goalie could drop it in front of somebody, or he could take a ricochet. You never know what's going to happen. It's so annoying to watch.
Do you know what? That
Quite
happened
frustrating
a couple of times in the second half when I think we had some really nice build-up play around the edge of the box. And I think Morgan Rogers had a couple of opportunities where he could have just had a go. And I think Jack was like that in the first half, to be fair, with Everton, and he did have a go a couple of times. And I think when did
and nearly scored.
Yeah. He made a very good save.
So, man,
one
I
of
just thought-
Martinez's good saves, yeah. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I think sometimes it's almost like they are scared of making a mistake.
Trying to get the perfect goal or get the perfect one. It's got to be perfect. You know what I mean? I'm like, it doesn't have to be. I don't care if it comes off someone's backside or off of whatever it comes off. You know what I mean? A leg or a shin and it goes in. Who cares?
No,
It's a goal.
I totally
You know what I
agree.
mean?
I think it's the longer this run goes on without scoring, then I think the more they concern themselves with worrying about, you know what, I can't make a mistake, I can't do this, and the fans are going to get on my back. And I think
Yeah, but
this
the thing is,
don't you
like,
think this is why this cup game's come at a good time? We can hopefully just go bang. Let's just have a go now. Let's just do it. Let's just.
to be honest, like for the cup game, I'd use a lot of the youngsters and give them a go. We've got like that striker. I can't remember his name now. I think he's a Scottish lad. Is in the youngsters.
Oh, yeah. The young kid. Can't think of his name. Go on, you talk. I'll find his name. I do know it.
Yeah, put them on. Do you know what I mean? Use them. Bring them on and go, right, this is your time to shine. He's probably got nothing to lose. Throw him on there and go, right, crack on, see how you get on.
I think the
I'll give
only
you
thing I
45
say
minutes.
with that at the moment is I think there's players that are in the first team squad that probably could do in minutes. Rory Wilson, that's who you're on about, isn't it?
That's him, yeah.
Yeah, I think there is some players that need minutes. I think I'd like to see Gus. I said to Joe earlier, I'd love to see Gasson play up front. I think Marlon needs to start.
Marlon,
Yeah.
he needs minutes because I feel sorry for him because he's been proper done over big time.
I don't think Sancho's fit enough to start yet, but I think Elliott should have a start.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just think we need to
Almost
almost
have
tomorrow
some
night.
under 21s to come in, though, young lads.
Sod it. Let's just go for it. Let's have an attacking game tomorrow. Whatever happens tomorrow, let's just try and throw the cobwebs off and have a go for it.
The thing is, I personally, I know this is not going to be for the same for everybody. I'd rather go and we lose. At least we can say we had a go. We looked like we should have won, but we tried like everything. If their goalie is just all over it and smashes it and makes 20 saves in a match,
yeah,
or 15, 10, whatever, and you think we had enough shots on goal to win that game, but that goalie's been on it, so you can take that, can't you?
Yeah, 100%.
But at the moment, it's like watching England play. It's just boring.
No, yeah, I can't watch them anymore, mate.
Slow. I'm like, oh my god.
We just need that burst of energy in the final third. That's what we need. I don't mind the slow build-up. I don't mind the playing out from the back. I get the idea of it. You draw the other team on, you pick through the lines, and then you attack with pace. But the bit we're missing is we're not attacking with pace. We're just getting 3/4 out of the pitch, and it's still as slow and monotonous, and there's not enough movement, and players are worried about making mistakes.
The other question I would have at the moment is watching our lads away, right, on international duty. They score goals, right?
Yeah.
What are we doing wrong then? There must be something not right. Are we not playing it right? Are we not giving them enough freedom? What is it? Because something's not right here, is there? If you think about it across the board, Tillemans 2 goals. Rogers set up a goal.
Yeah.
Watkins gets a penalty.
No, it's mad, isn't it?
Patch, 2 goals.
It's one of them periods.
What's the crack then?
No, it's one of them periods in our history when everybody's just scratching their heads. Because I looked at that squad on Saturday when the team came out and I looked at the bench. I thought, God, that's a good bench. And I looked at the first 11 and I thought, that's a good 11. And then Everton, for all their good play and everything, we had a team easily capable of beating them on Saturday. And then I'm watching the game thinking, what's happening here? You got Tielemans, McGinn, Rogers, Buendia, Watkins, Mings, Concert.
To be honest, I'd have a couple of them players from Everton. That Alcaraz, who's on their bench, he's quality.
Yeah,
I'd have him. And I like Diblin as well, another quality player.
Yeah, Diblin will be an interesting one. I spoke to the guy from the Everton podcast last week, and they've obviously got Jack Grealish now, who's on loan.
Yeah.
But it seems a real clever signing to bring Diblin in as well, because he's like a Jack Grealish clone, isn't he? I know he likes his socks down low and, the small shin pads and all that. So it'd be interesting how he develops now, playing, training with Jack week in, week out.
They would have been the players I'd love to have got at Villa, in all fairness.
Couldn't do it.
And I would have got rid of...
Money?
I know. Yeah, it's just ridiculous. But the other thing is as well, though, like I was sort of discussing it with friends who obviously don't support Villa, support other teams, but I was like, they go, well, you're rubbish. I said, we're rubbish because we get shafted. That's why we're rubbish.
Yeah, nobody understands it outside the fan base.
I don't understand why. This is the thing, like Forest, Villa, and all the other teams who are getting shafted, Newcastle, can't get together and go, this is just wrong, and just battle it and go, right, all of us stick together and go, this ain't right, the rules are wrong, they need changing. Because not being funny, if they don't change it, it's going to be the same every year.
Do you know?
And we shouldn't have to qualify for Champions League to get money to spend. It's
I
like
think what's
they need to
frustrating.
change the rules.
Yeah, totally agree. I think what's frustrating is the this City thing that's just rolling on and on and on and on. But I did hear a
They won't,
really
nothing will happen, will it?
Nah.
They'll pay their way out of it like they do.
They'll have a
Like they
slap
always
across the
do. They've
wrist
got
and
big
that'll be it.
solicitors,
Yeah.
loads of money. They throw a few like brown envelopes in there and go, "Oh yeah, that's all right. It's
The
been
issue
dealt
is
with."
now that
Yeah.
some of these super clubs are now bigger entities than the leagues that they play in, and I think the leagues that they play in are very.
I think they're too scared
of him.
to
Yeah,
touch them.
they
To be
are
honest,
scared of him.
yeah,
But I did hear
because they know the money and who they got.
Yeah, I did hear Christian Pershlow with a really interesting thought process that he had that all the big clubs went massively big in the transfer window this summer. Liverpool, City, Arsenal, even United, Spurs, all went big in the window. Chelsea, they always do.
Yeah.
But he thinks there's something.
Yeah.
There's
They
a
got
change
6
coming.
teams. My missus is Chelsea.
He thinks there's a change coming. He thinks there's something in the pipeline that's gonna stop that kind of investment by those big clubs.
Right.
Not stop them from buying,
Right.
but allow other teams
No.
to do similar if they want to. And that's why he thinks until that rule changes, that's why they've gone big this summer to get ahead of it.
Right.
Now I don't know how true that is. I don't even know if anything.
Yeah, well,
is
that's
in the
wrong though.
pipeline.
If that's the case, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because that's still not right,
Yeah,
is
of
it?
course
Do you
it is,
know what I mean?
but
Like, so they're just cheating, really.
Yeah, they get
They're just like,
advantage.
oh, all right.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah,
left
it's not
winger.
right. And then we've got to try and catch up again.
Yeah, well,
It's just like, come on.
it's a never-ending circle of life at the Villa at the moment. Right, who's your left winger? Because Robert's having a go at me here for not getting my vote in.
Sorry. I'd have Grealish.
Grealish, yep, I'll take Jack. Rob,
Yep.
Grealish, we've got Wayne's had Grealish. Percentage satisfaction, we've only had one. I've only asked for one person tonight. Where are you at? Joe from Brazil, still at 95%. He's Mr. Positive.
I'm going to go 80. Because I think we could do a bit better, to be honest. Yeah, because I think like we're lacking just a little bit, not overly.
No.
And I think sometimes Unai Emery needs a plan B.
Yeah.
He never has a plan B. It's a plan A, and that's it. And you're like, well, it's not working, mate. Change it. Come on, do something.
I
And
can't
to me, it just seems like he sits there and then goes, oh, hang on a minute, we're 80 minutes in, let's make a change. I'm like, mate, come on.
Yeah.
Surely you got to do it sooner than that.
Right.
And the other thing I would get rid of, sorry, just quickly, is I would get rid of Powell because I don't rate him at all. He's too slow. He's just no good in the Premiership.
Why have you dropped that on me when I want to move you on? Because Steve's been waiting patiently. Right, we'll talk about that next time you phone up. Do you want to have a go at the quiz, Wayne?
Oh, no dramas. I'm not worried about the quiz. Someone else can do that. That's fine.
All right,
That's
mate.
fine.
No problem.
Cheers anyway.
Thanks for phoning
Take
me,
it
mate.
easy.
Speak to you again soon.
All right, see you later.
Ta-da, bud.
Take care.
Up the Villa.
Bye.
Steve, are you still there? Oh, right. I'll just put you on the screen. Hold on a minute. Right, Steve. Sorry about that, mate. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now, mate.
Smashing. I've just found that the easiest way is when the second person phones is to put them on hold. Then my phone doesn't keep ringing and interrupting. So I appreciate you holding on for me, Steve. I do. I really do. I appreciate your phone. In fact, I appreciate everybody phoning in. I appreciate everybody in the comment section. This is absolutely wonderful. It's exactly what I wanted it to be. Steve, Everton thoughts, go.
Okay. Well, first of all, I'll give Robert my vote.
Right.
Otherwise, he'll shout.
Yes,
so my
shout
is
tonight.
My shout is Ashley Young.
Okay, Ashley Young, Robert.
Because I wanted him in the team. I wanted him in the team the other week on the right wing, but you put Morley on the right wing, and he's a left winger. So
yes,
I want to go for Ashley Young.
Yeah, we'll take Ashley Young. Got it. Smashing.
Okay. Now, I've done my homework.
Oh, have you?
I've got a team. I've got a team for tomorrow night for you.
Steve, dream caller. Go on then. Give me your team tonight, Steve, tomorrow.
I'll give you quickly then, okay?
Have you got it? Hold on a minute. Have you got the screen? Have you got the telly on?
I can see you on the screen.
You can see me on the screen as well. Right. What we'll do is just for you, because you've gone to all this effort, I'm going to bring up my little.
Well, I've got my team all wrote out, all ready to go.
Right. Hold on a sec. I'll just share this so people can see it. This is me being a technical whiz kid. Right. Just need to press that.
Has Luke showed you all this?
No, I've learnt myself, my old mate. This is hours and hours of sitting in bed when the missus is asleep, watching YouTube tutorial videos.
Yeah.
And this is where it gets you. Hey, there we go. Right. Who is your goalkeeper?
I'm going to put Bezo in as
Yes.
a goalkeeper tomorrow.
I think I would agree with you there.
The reason I'm going to choose this team is
Okay.
I'm going on last year what Unai Emery did.
Yep.
He picked a weak team in the League Cup, so
Okay.
I'm going with that.
Okay.
I would love to see Garcia, but I don't know if he's fit.
I don't believe he's fit, mate. That was one of
he's
the
not
issues
fit-
I had.
Yeah, if he's not fit, let's stick with Cash.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'm going for Lindelof.
Right-sided of central defence.
Yeah,
Okay.
Lindelof and Pau in the middle,
Poe. Yeah, we'll take Poe.
and Matson on the left.
Matson. So Dean gets rested. Matson plays. Who's your double pivot?
Yeah. I'm going for Bogart and McGinn because
Yeah.
everybody else is injured.
I think you're right. There's not a lot of other options. is there?
No.
Now, this is the big one, mate, because this is where I really struggled earlier. I'll tell you
No,
what we'll
I've got it
do.
all sorted.
Right, you've got it all sorted.
I've got it all sorted.
Okay, I'm glad
Yeah.
you have. So, who is going to play up top before we do the three in behind?
Marlon.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So, Ollie sits
Okay.
out. Donny's
Ollie
playing up
sits out.
top. So, you've got,
Yeah.
if my estimation is correct, so you've got Sancho, Rogers, Buendia, Elliott, and Gasson. They are your
No.
5 options for the three in behind.
No.
Oh, hold on a
Okay.
minute.
Well, I'll tell you.
Go
I'll
on.
tell you who I've chosen. Elliot on the right.
Okay.
Elliot on the right. Gessan on the left,
Right.
and Buendia in the middle. Because Buendia last year in the League Cup, he had some really good games.
He did. Yeah, you're right.
So I think that's the team for tomorrow night.
I don't
Could
mind
be
that.
totally wrong.
I know. I mean, I struggled earlier. I thought, I'll do a quick video on who I think will play. And then when I had about 2 minutes when I was just sitting looking at the screen blankly, which I do quite often, to be fair. But
Yeah.
the only thing I would say is, and it has frustrated me a little bit, Gassan is right side. He's got to play on the right hand side. That's where I believe. The only difference I would do is I would
Yeah.
switch Elliott. And I think, if I'm honest,
But
I
Elliot's
thought,
better on the right. He's better coming in on the right.
well, I liked Buendia off the left on Saturday. I thought he did all right off the left because he played
Yeah,
Rodgers
yeah.
in the middle.
Yeah.
So I would like to see Elliott playing that 10 role. So that's probably the only change I would do to your team.
Yeah. Well, either way round.
But
It's
to
the
be
same
fair,
team, but either way round.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
3 in behind, so in this area here, that's interchangeable anyway. And you look at the ability of these, even these 4 players, if you like. I mean, you got those sort of 4 players there in that sort of triangle. It's not a triangle, is it? What's that? That's a diamond. There you go. That diamond really sort of, they can interchange, can't they?
Yeah.
See this? Look at this. It's clever, isn't it? Right. Okay,
Yeah.
mate. I like that. I like that.
I've got a question for you.
Oh Christ! Here we
So
go.
how did you get on? How did you get on at the Tricky Dicky Stadium on Saturday?
Oh, up at Everton. It was.
Tricky Dicky Stadium,
Is that
yeah.
what they're calling it? The Tricky Dicky Stadium. The Hill Dickinson Stadium. Right.
Yes.
It was lovely. Right. So I'll give you my
Yeah.
full rundown quickly. 2-minute rundown of the stadium. You get into the town centre. It's literally a half an hour walk, not even a brisk walk, a steady walk. You can walk. It's a straight road, as flat as anything.
I saw Max Stokes' video. So
Yep, you literally
So I
go
saw
to the
his
Liver
walk.
building.
yeah,
So you go to the Liver building and you just literally head, I presume, north,
Yeah.
and it's half an
Yeah.
hour, and then it just rises out the Mersey. I had a walk round it. It's lovely. It's visually lovely from outside. Interiorly, yes, it's what a lot of people call soulless bowls, but it's really well put together. The seating is at an angle which really, really leans itself towards a better atmosphere. 2 or 3 times during the game, it was very, very loud. When they came out, it was loud. And there was a point in the second half when they were trying to have a bit of a go. It was very loud. I would imagine if they score there, it would be very, very loud. But overall, it was a nice experience. Obviously, the facilities are brand new. The toilets are new.
Yeah.
It's all shiny and beautiful and everything. The shop was nice, and
It looked good.
One issue was coming out. There's a bit of an issue when you walk back down towards the city centre. There's a bridge, like an old-fashioned sort of toll bridge, which goes very narrow. So with 52,000 people, and a lot of them were just heading back into the town, there was a bit of a pinch point there, but nobody was really moaning. I think a lot of the Everton fans accept it now, and they just take their time. So yeah, it was lovely. I just don't know where I'm at with new stadiums and what I'd want Villa to do in the long term. But hopefully we never have to make that decision.
We need a new stadium
kind of
built within the structure of Villa Park.
That would be my first choice. Yeah.
The only problem with Villa Park is access in and out. That's all.
Yeah, but hopefully that'll improve.
Can I just say something about the game?
Yes, of course you can.
Only just a couple of positives.
We'll take
I
positives.
thought Emi Martinez. Sorry?
We'll take positives all day, mate.
Emi Martinez, given everything that's gone on, I thought he had a fantastic game.
He was fantastic.
And that gives me confidence. He will be the player of 2 seasons ago. And I think we will be very defensively strong for the rest of the season.
Which we haven't been, have we, lately? We've been conceding a lot of goals the last couple of seasons.
We haven't for the last 2 seasons. Even when we finished 4th, we weren't good. But I think we're going to be very good defensively.
I think he put a tweet...
I also thought...
Go on, sorry, you finish off what you want to say.
I was going to move on to Buendia, but you carry on if you want to say.
No, I was just going to say about Emi Martinez that he did put a tweet out saying, whenever I put the shirt on, I will always give 100%. And he got a bit of stick for that, which blows my mind, because, that's the minimum that should have. But in the context of what had gone on, I think he was just making the point that I will always give my all for this club. And I think he does genuinely love the Villa. You think what we've done for him?
I was really pleased for him. I was really pleased for him.
Yeah, I was, Go on about Buendia.
Yeah. Well, I just want to say Buendia, I thought he had a good game. Driving forward, and he looked the only spark to me.
He did look busy, my only concern with Buendia always is he's a little bit lightweight and he gets a little bit knocked off the ball at times, but he's undoubtedly got a quality and he can pick a pass, and he's busy and he wants the ball. He's lively. So I've got no problem with that, to be honest. And I think he's obviously doing something right in training to be given these opportunities. So long may it continue. So where are you with your...
negative...
Go on.
Sorry, my only negative was Morgan Rogers. Yeah. Because everybody's onto his case. But Emery gives him license to do what he wants. Yeah. So just remember, form is temporary, class is permanent. He will come good. I've got no doubt about it.
That deserves one of these. Form is temporary, and hopefully class is permanent with these players. So that just pray that they can come good. Where is your percentage satisfaction, Steve?
Well, I gave you 99% last week, so I'll stick with 99%. The only reason I go 1% off is sometimes I get disappointed with Unai's team selection.
Yeah, I'd love to. I think everybody would, to be honest. But I'd love to have a chat with him, because I'd love to just find out what he's thinking, how he thinks it. I was lucky enough to receive an early copy of Guillaume Balaguer's book, which
I saw it earlier today.
I've read a few chapters of it, because I'm going to interview him about the book. He's had unprecedented access, effectively, to Unai Emery, Damien Vidigani, who I know, and a couple of the other people. And he's written, what I've read so far, he's unbelievable. It's so good. Honestly, I cannot tell you the lengths that Unai Emery goes to doesn't leave any stone unturned, which is why everything that he does is systematically and painstakingly thought through. So for anybody to sit there and say, why has he done that? Why has he continued playing him? Why is it? It's not a knee-jerk reaction. This is something. Now, he can be wrong, that's fine, but nothing is done without a thought process as long as your arm behind it.
How can you
That's
knock
all
this
I can
guy?
say.
What he's done this last 3 seasons.
He's got a lot he's got a lot of what's the name in the tank, hasn't he? For me, he's got a lot of what's the word?
Yeah,
he's got a lot of
I'm fully aboard the Unai Emery Express train.
Yes,
and that express train is heading all the way to Turkey, to the Europa League final, and we're going to win it.
Yes, I hope so, mate. I found another nice, Unai Emery Express train is leaving the station, heading to Turkey. There you go. That was a good little thing. I found that earlier, actually. Okay, right. Yeah. You're going to have a go at the quiz.
Can I just say one last thing?
Yeah,
Justin,
go on.
Before we do the quiz, I want to go off topic just for a couple of minutes. So bear with me. Okay?
Yeah.
So lastly, Justin, I want to say thank you to you for the effort you put into this. Your passion, my passion, and all the Villa fans listening to this have a love for our club. But you go the extra mile, putting out content so we all get to enjoy it. The drone pod, the great guests you get on, that takes phone calls, time, travel, effort. And then there's this phoning. You give us the opportunity, the platform, to ring in or listen or go on the chat. I feel I know Julie, Ange, Lewis, Simon, the chap from Texas, Robert, the chap from Ireland, who wins more prizes than anybody ever won on the Generation Game. It's like we're a little Villa family. I'm lucky, Justin. I get to sit in my seat in the Trinity 19 times a season with my son and friends. Others, for various reasons, can't get there. They get their Villa fix from you and the other great Villa podcasters out there. You let us into your homes because you and we all love Aston Villa. I'm going to name them. Dan, John and Matt from Claret, Luke and Hannah, Dan Bardell, Max Stokes, Tiff and Simon, Neil and Paddy, Richard Villapod, Frankie from More Villa, Heart of the Holt, Dan, and Pete from the Holy Trinity. All these are my favourites. But Justin, you came late to the Villa podcast world, but you have quickly risen up the ranks to stand tall with all those others. So what I want to say to Justin, keep doing what you're doing because it's fantastic.
Steve, you're going to have me crying, mate. Honestly, that's one of the nicest things anyone's ever said to me. Honestly.
I wanted it said, Justin, because of the effort you put in. It needs to be said.
Look, I do it because I love the club, like you say. I do it because I love talking, as my wife often tells me. And this passion that we've all got for Villa, it's you can't explain it, can you? It's in the blood. It's in your heart. And we all want them to do well. I'll get frustrated when people are a bit nasty, and I don't think there's any need for it. And all I want to do is bring a bit of happiness, have a bit of a laugh, see a few wins, and if we can win a trophy along the way, then great. But that's it.
Yeah, it's fantastic. No. I love this phoning. I look forward to this. All the other podcasters are great. I listen to them all because I've mentioned them. I mentioned all my favourites, and I love watching them all. But this one, it's not. I know Neil's done it, but you give us a platform to ring up on a Monday night, and I love this.
Thanks, mate. Honestly, I haven't paid him. I promise you, I haven't paid him for this. No, I'm only joking, Steve. Right, do you want to go at the quiz?
Where do you sit, Justin? Just the last question. Where do you sit?
Road.
Oh, I'm in the Trinity as well.
What tier are you in?
I'm in B5, below the beyond the press box, just a little bit beyond the press box.
Is that in the middle tier?
Middle tier, yeah.
Yeah, that's where I'm on the left-hand side. I am. I'll have to come and find you. I'll have to come and find you. We'll have a chat. Have you got the email address, Steve? Do you know my email address?
No, I haven't.
Right.
No, shove it up on the...
Right, it's on the screen now. Write that down.
Okay.
And then,
I'll look at that later.
And just drop me an email. I'll tell me where you sit, and I'll come and have a find of him. I'll come and give you a big hug. How's that? I like a big hug.
I always stand when I get to the ground. I'm always in the ground hour and a half before the game starts, and I always stand in the middle section. You know the concourse, just in front of the press.
Yes.
Just in front of the press.
Yeah. Okay, I'll come and find you. I'll come and tap you on your shoulder. Some strange bloke we're coming to find you. Right, let's have a go at the quiz. Right, we're going to I'll try and get one more caller on after you. So,
Go on,
nobody's won the quiz tonight, Steve. What's going on? It's because John hasn't phoned up. That's what it is. I will say this now. I think he is listening. Right, he's emailed me. Right, he said I'm barred from the quiz, but I'm pretty sure this week's answer is Gary McAllister. You are wrong, John boy. For once, he's wrong. Woo! Right. Did you hear all the other...
he's done that deliberate. He's done that deliberate.
He's done that deliberate, Did you hear all the other quick clues? Can't speak.
I'm not sure. I heard that. Can you throw them again? I heard the first one.
I will. Yeah, hold on a minute. I was just going to say I can't speak, but then I realised I'd got this. That's from the famous darts. If you don't know that. Anyway, so first one was I was appointed Villa captain during my spell playing at the club. Second clue, I had a brief spell as caretaker manager of Villa. I was born in the early 60s. So this is your clue.
Right.
I scored 2 goals on my debut, and I scored 15 goals in total for the club, playing 132 times.
Oh, I'm not very good at quizzes, Justin. The only caretaker manager, this will be totally wrong, what I can think of is Aaron Danks. The only one.
No, it's not right.
No.
But Steve,
no,
mate, that's one of my favourite callers I've ever had. Not just because you've said some lovely things, but you're a great guy. You can obviously tell you've got a passion for the club, and that's all I care about, really. That's why I wanted to do this. So have a lovely evening, and we will no doubt talk again, mate.
No problem, Justin.
All right, Steve. All the best, mate.
See you later.
See you, mate. Bye. Right, I think we'll have one more caller because I want to try and give this beautiful WM. If Daz Hales is watching, don't tell him. Just trying. What's going on here? Try and get you onto the show. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, who's this?
How are you doing? Justin, Steve from Cannock.
All right, Cannock, Steve. How are you, mate?
Not too bad, you.
We've had 2 Joes and 2 Steves tonight. This is a real...
I know.
Everyone's the same. Right, I'm hoping you're going to win this beanie.
Super Joe is a legend. He's a top fella, Joe. When you get down and sit with him, you'll get some cracking stories out of Joe.
You know what? I've served Joe in Sutton for a long, long time, and it was only, I'm going to say, fairly recently that he started coming up with some stories, and I was thinking, did he play for the Villa, or did he so? And then the more I talk to him, the more he comes out with these, they're like throwaway, flippant comments, and you're thinking, what the hell? How the hell does he know him? So definitely going to have a good chat with Joe, my mate Joe. And he says
he's a top guy, and he's Villa man.
You know him, do you then, Steve?
Yeah, he knows my dad and my family. And,
okay. He's gonna also. This is he's still on the live, so he can hear me. He's gonna teach me how to play paddle as well. He's told me. So that should be interesting because I'm not the greatest.
That will be. Film it.
Yeah, I'll have to take the cameras out. We'll play. I tell you what we'll do is we'll play paddle. I'll record it and then we'll have a chat after. And I'll put it out as a little pod, and then if it's, which it will be, the sound of it very interesting, then I'll put a long interview out with him. But yeah, right. Sorry, mate. So, what do you want to talk about? You got Everton, Brentford, your left winger, your percentage satisfaction, and the quiz, or any other business. Where do you want to start?
I want to start with, look, everyone's entitled to their own opinion, but I think it was kind of a rang up earlier about the Grealish piece. I don't know what more fans expect. Like, he did exactly as you said. He, signed that big contract to make sure we had the relevant clause in.
Yeah.
He's got £100 million, which has put us almost where we are today.
Mm-hmm.
And then fans still got, some level of beef with him. Now, look, I'm not saying, we should applaud him and build a statue for him, but you've got to appreciate where when we was in that championship, he was single-handedly, our best player.
Yeah.
Week in, week out, our tactic was give Grealish the ball and hopefully he'll do something with it.
Yeah.
So then he gets up the pitch, win the free kicks, etc., etc. So I think sometimes we've got to appreciate he's gone to win trophies, he's done that, and we've got the rewards off the back of off the money, if you like. So
no,
look,
I totally agree with everything you're saying, and you're preaching to the converted with me. I was absolutely devastated when Jack left, and I don't know if you can see it, to be honest, but that is my Jack Grealish signed shirt there, just in the background, and I was gutted when he left, and it took me a long time to get over it, if I'm honest, and I was pissed off and I was angry, and I didn't know what we was going to do without him because he was such an intrinsic part of Villa at the time, and when he first came back, I didn't really know how to sort of react to him, to be honest. But like I did when I went on to Sky the other week, because I'm on this Finalysis thing, so we're getting these opportunities now to go on and talk to them on Sky. And Sky does frustrate me a little bit because they do come across as a little bit one-sided towards the big club. So I think this opportunity I'm having now to go on and actually talk as a Villa fan, I don't want to ruin it. I don't want to waste it, I think. And Jay Bothroyd really got my goat up because he as much as I agree with you, I'm also a believer that you can say what you want. You know, if Villa fans are annoyed, you're allowed to be annoyed. And he was like, how dare you, how dare you? And I think like Saturday, there was a real mix. There was people clapping and people booing. And again, I spoke to Daz Hale and Tomo and WM on Friday, and it's just pantomime, isn't it? But in the bigger scheme of things, when he's retired and he's finished, he'll still be a Villa fan, and we can thank him for his playing career at Villa. And like you say, and I've said, we can thank him for leaving us with a massive 100 million legacy that has, even now, that are struggling to sign players. Imagine what they've done without that.
Exactly, yeah. And at the end of the day, he's gone to win trophies. Exactly what he's done.
Yeah, and the biggest issue he's had and the biggest problem with leaving Villa is they would have built a statue about Jack Grealish. We'd have had if he'd have stayed at Villa for his whole career, there would have been a statue, a stand named after him, the lot. And now he's gone from being a Villa icon to just being one of the best players I've ever seen. But he just goes into the pack now of some of the best players I've ever seen. And it's a shame. But ultimately, it's his career, his choice, his decision. And who can sort of begrudge him that? You know, we all have to make decisions in our lives. He made that decision. He didn't screw us over because we got the money for him. So that's where it is. Brentford 11 tomorrow, Steve. Where are you at? Would you throw kids in? Would you like to see the fringe players play?
I'm a fan of, rotating it a little bit, but I think we have to go strong. Now, that doesn't mean we can't rotate, but what I mean by that is, I think somebody touched on it earlier, your Matsons of the world and Mallons, they've got to start and get 90 minutes, really. And, I think that's two great things we've got that we could bring straight in, that he's rotating the squad, maybe giving one or two, but equally being more or less as strong as we can. I don't know what Marlon has to do to get an opportunity to start, really. He's not really had the rub of the green.
I'm sure I heard, I don't know, someone might tell me in the comments that it was reported today that if Villa had an offer for him, they would have let him go in the summer, which just blows my mind.
Yeah, sounds madness to me when you say that.
Well, who signs him if that's the case?
I think in today's world, though, everybody's potential for sale. That's the problem.
Yeah, I suppose you're right, really.
Everyone's got a price, haven't they? And look, if somebody were coming in and offered the right money for John McGinn, even Kamara, I think we would reluctantly have to accept it. That's just where we are. But yeah, so I think he'll go strong because he's got to. Like I said, I'd put a few little tweaks like Marlon. I'd play Matson. I'd even start Sancho, even if he's not fit. You've probably played the game. You're better off starting and giving what you can from the off than having 20 minutes at the end when you could be coming into, depending on how the game's going at that point, could be, it's hard to get into games at times. That's what I'm trying to say.
No, it is. I would agree with that thought process. To be honest, that it is harder to sort of come. It's easier to start, and then if you can get 45 minutes out of you, then that's good. You can come off. So maybe that might be the case. You might say, yeah, you know what, just have 45, and then we'll get you off. Get some minutes into your legs. Bit the same with Elliott, possibly with Lindelof as well, and rest some of the players. But I think. And then throw a few kicks at the end. I just want to see positivity tomorrow. I think that's what it is. No pressure, positive outlook, attacking, hopefully score a goal. A win would be fantastic, but that's where we're at, I think.
Yeah, definitely. Well, if you read all the stuff you read on Twitter from Villa fans and everyone's entitled to their opinion, you'd think everyone would be, downbeat and
no. It's a bleak place.
With a satisfaction factor on your part, everyone seems to be quite high, don't they?
Yeah, but people are still trying to keep positivity going. And what's the point in being negative? There's enough negative shite going on in the world without just thinking everything's going to crumble around our ears. So I'll just try and think, you know what? I think we're going to win tomorrow, and I'll deal with it if we don't afterwards. You know what I mean? And hopefully we will, and we'll just see how we get on. Right.
I've got one for you, though.
Go on.
I'm not Matty Cash's biggest fan.
Yeah, go on.
I think he's going to start tomorrow.
Go on.
He's going to have an absolute worldie, and he's going to score, and we're going to win 2-0.
Right. I'm just writing that down.
Matty
Cash, goal scorer, 2-0 Villa. I'm having a fiver on that, Steve. And if it doesn't come in, you owe me a fiver. Right.
If it comes in, we'll go in the pub.
We'll go in the pub and have a pint. Joe, we'll go and buy Joe a pint. Right. You're going to have a go at this quiz?
Yes, go on then.
Okay, right. You're going to get all of the clues now because this is the last call of the night. So listen to all of them carefully. It is a tricky one. So I was appointed, not me, obviously. I was appointed Villa captain during my spell at the club. I had a brief spell as caretaker manager of Villa. I was born in the early 60s. I scored 2 goals on my debut. I played 132 times for Villa. I scored 15 goals in total. At the end of my Villa career, I left to play for Southampton, and I went on to manage them as well. And I played the majority of my time at Villa at left back.
Oh, that's tough. I was going to say somebody, but he wasn't.
Do you want to give you his initials? Because I want to give this away tonight.
Go on, mate. Probably still won't get it.
SG.
Stuart Gray.
Yes! We have a winner. Smashing. Right. Do you know what the best thing about that is, Steve?
Go on.
You live in Cannock. I've been sending these last 3 to bloody Ireland. It's cost me a fortune to send them over to bloody John in Ireland. Absolute nightmare.
Is that what you banned him?
That's what I've banned him, yeah. So have you got my email address, Steve?
Yeah, I'll get it off the screen, yeah.
Yeah, it's on the screen now. So if you want to jot that down, drop me your address and I'll drive it round one of the nights.
Yeah.
There's no point in me even sending it in the post.
No.
Right.
Be quicker.
I know, it's mad, isn't it? Okay, mate, thanks for calling.
Next round of the Carabao.
Lovely. I'm having that 2-0 Matty Cash. All the best, mate. And that's it tonight for the phone-in. And I've got to say, I think that was my favourite one of all of them we've done. So a couple of other little things I'm going to just talk to you about. Where's this gone now? I did have this already. Just bear with me 2 seconds because I really want to share this with you because I know a few of you have been asking in the comments section tonight, but it's just whether I can find it in about 30 seconds or not. I might not be able to, but we'll see if it comes up. Oh, there it is. Lovely. Right. Okay. So I'm going to share this with you now. Now, our friend John Steele, I haven't told him I was going to do this, but he is a singer, as we know, right? And he sent me this, and this is him singing. So I'm going to play you a little bit now. Sometimes you leave it behind. I'm going to wrap up now, and then I'm going to play the end of that at the end, obviously. Rob, let's just finish up a couple more of these things. Who is our next entry into the Hall of Fame as left winger? I don't know if I've missed it already, but Smithy, have you said it already? Is that it, Jack? Jack. It is Jack Grealish. You know what? I'll take that. I would take that all day long. Absolutely magnificent. Okay, folks. I can't thank you enough, honestly. Brilliant, brilliant calls. Brilliant, brilliant people. An absolutely lovely community we've got here, honestly. And in honour of Graham Thorpe, who sadly took his own life last year. I got this last year. And Ricky Hatton, the absolute sad news from Ricky Hatton yesterday. So I know that a few people have said that they do struggle a little bit with their mental health, but please, please, please talk to somebody. That's all I can say. I've had my struggles in the past. I've had so many messages from really amazing people that tell me that they really enjoy just sitting and listening to this. But go and call, talk to your family, please, please, please. But thank you ever so much for your time and for your company and for your comments and for your phone calls. And I will speak to you all again very soon. And I'm going to leave you now with our friend, John. Don't let it be all that defines you. Let it be what binds you to you every time you thought you'd have enough. 'Cause I was that soldier. I was that soldier once. I spoke to you when the silence seemed too much. 'Cause I was that soldier. I was that soldier once. Sometimes you leave it behind you. Sometimes
it's all that you can see. Don't let it be all that defines you. Let it be what binds you to me. Sometimes we all have to fall to see what we're made of, to start again. I love you even when you think you're at your worst. 'Cause I was that soldier. I was that soldier once.